Okay, this is a replay submitted by my teammate Yatre. He was submitted, he shared it with us because he was feeling pretty confident about his Dehaka that he was learning. He thought this was a good game. And I am here to tell him, in my usual way,
the battle begins in
there's no such thing as a good game. You're terrible, everything is awful, and you're not as good as you think you are. You know, because I'm just a bad person.
Let your true destiny
I'm not sure what mode this was in. I could probably find out, but both teams have real teams with healers. I mean, sort of. Uther's a healer. He waits in the bush, completely whiffs the tongue, lets his teammate die, and that's before the minions even meet each other. So that's not a good beginning. He uses his burrow top, and him and Sonya just ignore each other and focus on minions. Neither one seems to want to do any damage to the other, even though they both have AoE damage that can hit both minions and each other. They clear the minions at exactly the same time. Spear misses, drag misses. These offlaners are evenly matched. They both spray. It's pretty entertaining, actually. But he didn't miss any soak. The experience is almost the same because level 1 kills don't matter. Don't know what happened to Sonya, but suddenly he is winning the lane. Sonya could be camping, but it's a bit early for that, for Sonya to solo. But here comes Vala. So yeah, Sonya was on the camp. Dehaka tries to invade by himself versus 2 people. He gets speared. That wasn't a drag. He's clearing the minions, but his team shows up. A successful invade, but now they're staying way too long. Uther stands right in the middle of their team. I'm not sure what that was about, but it worked out. Good job. Gets back to the lane. I guess his team is pushing him to camp, but everything about this makes no sense. There shouldn't have been deaths there. But Dehaka's doing the right thing, at least. He's going to the lane, getting the soak. Camp is just now cleared up. Nazeebo was bottom, so it all works out. I'm not going to go into his talent build, I don't really care. Now he's watching the towers kill minions, kind of warding, except he's not actually in a bush that's near the objective. I don't know if he fat fingered that or what, but that drag did nothing. His team has not got the seed. His teammate walked in and died. They had vision, I'm not sure what that was about. And now instead of doing something useful, he's just clearing the minions in the middle. They do have a camp pushing top, so the longer this goes the better, but there's a team fight happening right next to him and he's not part of it. Another teammate dies. He doesn't get the last soak. He just walks up top, gives up the seed. I'm not sure where he's actually walking to. All of a sudden he's AFK. There's a bunch of experience to be picked up if he walks there. Giants did damage, but that could have gone better. He uses his burrow right away for a little bit of damage knockback, I guess, but now it's not there to stay alive if something happens. And he lands his first drag of the game. Doesn't accomplish much. And just waiting to see what happens next. His team is on a camp. Sonya gets priority on the wave. He uses his burrow way too early. There was no spear to avoid. There was no spin happening. Like that maybe dodged one auto attack. And that's your main escape tool gone. Not sure what that's about.
It is time. Do what must
But
be
the seed's
done.
nearby, he's nearby. He had no vision on anything. There's two people bottom, I guess. So he's alone versus 3 because his team is not coming. There they are. It's just making space. He uses his burrow to engage, misses the drag, and somehow Muradin still dies. That's a dead Sonya if he lands a drag. He does not. Oh, there it is. But now his teammates already died. That was a weird burrow again. I'm not sure what he's doing that for. Gets a second drag. Hits 4. They finally kill the Sonya. And spiders. And the ETC finish up the Uther. There's a camp pushing bottom. There's experience to soak top. Personally, I would have sent ETC top and burrowed bottom, but I guess the seed's down there, so you want to hack on the offlane, so it's fine. Oh. He's low mana.
Ah, a seed is sprouting. The anticipation.
I don't know where to look for the life tap cooldown. I don't know if it's available. But he meets the Sonya again. He's half health, low mana, and Sonya also needs to heal off if he doesn't. He does have 2,000 essence stored, healing in essence. He tries to hearth with a hungering arrow on him, does not work.
Shouldn't you be gathering that seed, heroes?
Meanwhile, teammates pushing down walls. He is full health. He's watching. He's going to burrow. He's just waiting to, but he could have been walking on the way just in case. He misses a drag, gets stunned. Misses his isolation completely. And his team still gets the kill. The other enemy team is standing in a puddle. And Zul'jin's just cleaning up.
Killing spree.
He walks through the towers. Takes a little extra damage he didn't need to. Sticks around to clear a wave where there's already 3 other heroes. And then goes bot. Not the best rotation, going up through the towers, coming back down and doing basically nothing for a little while. But eventually he gets to the right lane, opposite the objective, and starts to soak. They do have a 2-level lead. Nah, it's not going to be 3 anytime soon, but now he's laning against a Muradin. That he shouldn't get this kill. And the Muradin's autoing, he's just letting him auto. He's not doing anything. He misses the drag, a little bit short range. But he just stood there taking damage. He didn't even give any out.
It won't be long now.
At least push him back by hitting. He burrows for some reason, walks into tower range. I guess, I mean, obviously he's hitting the minions, but now he's low. He's not auto-attacking. Muradin's bottom blocking. He's just letting him have free damage. Finally he gets to the bush and walks out, but now his essence is gone. Muradin's fine.
That seed is ready.
I guess soak one more wave and see top.
I suggest you do it now.
Choose a
No,
tower.
they got the Vala without him. There's 13s. The enemy team, I mean, not showing. He just burrowed in on the backline. He gets the drag. And he does basically solo kill the backline. That's nice. So it was a good place to dive in.
Double kill.
And then the Uther stays way too long again.
Such useful servants. My terrors shall crush your enemies.
Yeah, now he's just going bottom. There's vision on the enemy team, so they know he's outnumbered down there. He just goes straight in, the seed's down, so now he's going to be taking 4 shots. Well, he would if he was actually hitting anybody. He doesn't hit a single person, gets the drag, and then Nazeebo gets the kill. He burrows to drop aggro, I guess, but didn't really accomplish much.
Destroy.
He's very, very liberal on that burrow cooldown.
Your enemies have lost a fort.
And I'm not sure what this Mal'Ganis announcer is all about, but that's just a personal choice.
They deserve to burn.
He gets caught in the zombie wall, but, you know, who cares? The terrors are down, but still minions. Might as well get all the value you can. And Dehaka should be able to escape basically anything. He walks on top of his teammate to share the stun. Burrows to save a tower shot, then walks back into the tower. The enemy team is now here. And he gets stunned out. Doesn't have his burrow available, I guess. No, it's up. He just didn't use it. The whole time he was almost dead. He used his essence, didn't burrow. Could have dodged the living bomb if he wanted. He wasn't targeted with the pyroblast. That wasn't a concern. I'm not sure why he saved it that time when he was so liberal with it before. Fortunately, they pyroblasted the Nazebo with spell armor and nobody auto-attacked him, so Nazebo just tanked it. And yeah, he gets out somehow. Misses a drag on someone who's basically not moving. Uses his burrow to split up the minions. Your Dark Swarm's going to do the damage. Don't get it. But he's laying against a Kel'Thuzad. Just tanks a living bomb. Kael'thas, not Kel'Thuzad, the other KT. There's nothing to be gained over here. Unless you're pushing down the walls, which you're not. Hanging out here is pointless. They're going for a bush gank, but the team's already left. They saw them rotate 2 seconds ago. There's an isolated Sonya. The ETC goes on, but he goes down for the Kael'thas. Dodges the gravity lapse while his Nazebo pushes too far and dies. They're posturing for the seed now that they're down a person. They're still up 16s, but they're down a person. The enemy team doesn't look to be contesting. If they just tank it and channel, it'll probably happen before. But that's not what I see happening. They finally get around to figuring out how to do that. There's no reason to be here anymore. Sonya's chasing a whole team by herself. Well, there's a Vala chasing too, but it doesn't look like a good fight for either team. Dehaka just chilling bottom. His lane's way pushed, so there's really no reason to be here. He's looking at the team, maybe going for a burrow, but, you know, isn't doing anything in the meantime. Just chilling in the bush. The enemy team's wave is way up there, so there's no way they're rotating this way unless they're going for an invade against a team that's 2 levels ahead of them. I don't see that happening. So these...
I feel a seed
no one's in their right mind is rotating here. He burrows with no vision really deep into the enemy team. That was a tongue that missed. And he just sort of walks out. The Zul'jin gets good damage, but I don't see the point in that. He knows they're in that bush and walks in anyway. Risky, doesn't get punished, even though they see him coming. Big mosh pit in the back, big silence in the front with a root. Somehow the ETT still goes down. I think that dodged the pyroblast, so that was a fine burrow finally. Eats a stun with no follow-up. Has his essence. His burrow's down, but enough healing, should be fine. Vala's doing huge damage, just for free. Gets the tongue on her, gets spirit out of it. Burrows back up, immediately uses it, doesn't get any value.
Satisfying, isn't it?
And with 2 kills, they're not going for the seed. He's going for the wave. Team is just doing nothing. They can see them on the map now. This is a free seed. It kind of was free 10 seconds ago, but yeah, they get their 5th objective of the game. They've only given up 1. That's not too bad. They're winning. They have 20s now, 3 levels up. And he could burrow in to save this dude. He doesn't. He goes for the camp. Nazebo gets revenge, and his team shows up to kill the Vala, but, you know, 2 for 1 trade, could have been 2 for nothing. He burrows to leash the camp, I don't understand.
We are a tide.
I mean,
Enemy is driftwood.
it does damage, yes, but
My little seed is on the
it's a big
verge of
cooldown
sprouting.
to
Prepare
just
to
throw out
gather
there,
it.
especially when your Darkstorm and auto attacks do decent damage too. Team's pushing bottom. He is soaking top, even though they're already 20. The soak doesn't matter. He joins the team, and that's an easy drag. Misses it. No, that's Darkstorm. Darkstorm's in, takes the
Collect the
keep
seed.
damage,
And don't fret about the shamblers. They don't feel a thing.
and his teammate gets the kills. He doesn't. I mean, he technically gets the
What you were
kill.
meant for.
Now he's moving fast with the thing.
Show them
Goes way deep and gets stunned and killed. Team follows up with the Mosh, but the leap stops the damage. And Zildjian goes down. And ETC should go down, doesn't. Vala can chase that no problem, but doesn't. Meanwhile, Nazebo's doing its own thing. Yeah, that death didn't need to happen at all. It's 3 of you versus 3 with 20s. Lanes aren't pushed. The other team could contest this. There they are. Lands the spear. Vala can kill these people, no problem. There's one. And Deathmash. Uther doesn't save his team. The spiders are already out. And Deathmash value. If not for the Deathmash, they win that. But that's the first time they've killed ETC with it, so they, I guess, didn't realize. And now it's a 2v2. Gazebo doing all the damage he can, but he's way far from his healer. And here's Dehaka to finish the job. Good burrow on team enemies that are already weak. Isolation just to make sure he doesn't jump. The burrow, I guess,
Terrors and
did do a little bit more damage, and if he had tried to jump, would have knocked him back. But yeah, digging into people that are almost dead is always a good fun time. And that should be game. If it's not, I mean, I don't know how to play anymore. He B steps. I'm not sure that's warranted, but I guess he was feeling pretty good about himself. Just to look at the talent build, you know, race car build. He got that quest finished in the late game. Burrow knocks back and reduces the cooldown and slows, stealth, all that stuff. A lot of stuff in that talent. Drag cooldown reduction. He missed a lot of drags. Didn't use a lot. I didn't see a lot of value from the cooldown reduction. He did get some, but you know, you get the drag, you get the kill. You don't really need the cooldown reduction. Isolation. He landed a couple times. I'm not sure it was terribly necessary, but he only died once, so he didn't really need the tissue regeneration. Darkstorm slow is fun. Good for chasing. Probably, even if the Murden had jumped, could have gotten that kill with it. The Tunneling Claws, for the way he was using his burrows all the time, that's a lot of movement speed, which he already had the movement speed, so maybe redundant, but Contagion, that never got any value. But the stats, he went 5 and 1. He got the most soak, even though Nuzebo did more siege damage. That was probably on towers and stuff. Hero damage, not particularly high, but he was soloing a lot. Yeah, I mean, they won the game, but I think there's a long way to go. And hopefully he doesn't get too mad at me for this. I'm not too serious about it. I'm not trying to be too mean, but I see a lot of opportunity for improvement in positioning and aiming and using your cooldowns. But good game, good win.